Don't you open up that window.
Yes, sir.
Don't you let out that antidote. Popping pills is all we know.
Yes, we do.
Inhales is all we know. Don't go through the front door. It's low key at the night show. So don't you open up that window. Don't you let out the antidote. Yeah, party on a Sunday. Do it all again on Monday.
Yes, sir. What up?
Welcome back.
Weekend.
Episode number 34. Right. Welcome back to another rendition of Regular Irregularities. Back in the fifth floor studio. Some guy just got a text.
Yeah, it's me. Gotta shut my shit off.
Handle that business. We're back. We still got our guest. We haven't ran him off yet. I like his white shoes, though. I think we talked about his wardrobe, but
Oh, you guys want to talk about my wardrobe? Honestly, I got about, I'll be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I got about, right now, as we speak, I probably got about fucking a little under 10 grand in clothes.
Jesus Christ, man.
I got a pair of shoes, man, for the next 5 months. Different pair every day of the week.
No shit.
Why? I don't know why. I somehow I started shopping, and like you get like you know you do things when you're bored, and then I ended up finding myself going to those outlets like on the, over like every other weekend kind of thing, and the clothes just kept piling up and piling up. And I wanted to find out your shoe size before I came down because I got shoes that are like bigger than I bought brand new. They're like bigger though. You're like not my size. What
Thank
size
you.
you got?
Depends. Sometimes 10.5, sometimes 9.5.
Okay,
Depends
yeah,
on
because I
shoes.
had some 9.5s and they were like really nice Adidas, man, brand new.
Oh, I like
I was
it.
like, you'll probably like these, but then I was like, they might not fit because they're kind of like, I don't know your size. I should
Just
just
buy a pair of shoes.
But yeah, the clothing thing though, honestly, what was it a good idea spending all that money on clothing? Probably not.
You got buyer's remorse?
You know, yeah, because I could have.
It's better than wearing the same shit
I
every day.
got like 5, 6, 7 pairs of shoes that I like to wear throughout the week. Like I wear on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But then I have all these other shoes that I just don't wear, and they're like brand new, so it's like useless.
Do you wear dunks?
This is bad. You know what I mean? I got pairs of Reeboks, those high ones. They're in the box, and I got. Oh man, dude.
I feel you, dude.
Dude, if you send me brand new shoes, like I
There's a
don't
time,
touch.
man, where I
Don't
have
touch
more
them.
shoes than my
I
wife.
should ask them his size.
That's
I
funny.
feel bad too. I
You got the Reebok pumps? If you got those in that. In
No,
that
you know which
closet.
ones I got?
I'll
Those
take a pair
you know
of those.
those classic ones with the little green Reebok sign on them? I had 3 pairs of them and I still got 2 of them. They're still new.
What other pair of dunks you have?
I don't have all the kind of shoes. I don't go for like the real crazy. The most expensive pair of Nikes I got, I think, are like this. I got them at the Uptowns. They wanted $140, and I was able to talk the guy down to $100. I thought it was pretty good.
What was it, Air Force or what?
Oh, they're Nike ones or something.
Jordans?
Oh, Air Max. Air Max.
Yeah,
The
the
Air
Max
Max.
are nice.
And I put them out the box, and they're still brand new.
You could give me those if you want.
Actually, those fit my feet pretty good. I like those ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Man,
I do have
it's
some.
funny
good
how
ones.
they now fit. I thought they didn't. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Next time I come down, I'll bring a couple pairs. Maybe they fit, but they're still brand new. I mean, like sometimes like when I'll visit my brother in Philadelphia when he was living out there, he'd like to go to some skater store, and we'll go out there and I'll buy a pair of skater shoes, whatever. You know.
That's it. That's his
Yeah, I love
stuff.
that shit, man. Yeah. You're comfortable.
What
man.
pair do you? What do they call?
These are globes. These are like old, man. Old globes.
And then when it comes to dress pants, if you guys saw how many pairs of dress pants I got that they still got tags on them,
Damn.
it's not worth it.
So are you like a khakis kind of guy or like a?
Well, I got like 5, 6 pairs of khakis, but I got like they're like the dress ones, like you go out like you wear a nice dress shirt with these, or most of them look like for business too,
That's that
And
persona. Yeah, you're.
And then like this shirt, this shirt this is probably my second time wearing it. And I got like 2, 3 others that look just like this, but they're not. They just. I have more than what I need, and it's not worth it. You think about it.
And the thing with clothes, man, it's like people are like, oh, you spend money, but man, clothes last you way fucking longer, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like I hate to say it, I bought $100 jeans and I got it 6 years later. Where I bought fucking Old Navy jeans and those motherfuckers would get turned out in fucking a month.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
But you know what I mean? So I mean, you're dropping what, $30 on the Old Navy?
You're saying you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you paid
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
I
noticed
literally I bought a pair of Lucky jeans.
You know what my problem was? I'll buy like right now in my suitcase. I don't know. They're pretty expensive. They're like all white Calvin Kleins. They're real nice, and I think I got to wear them one time. I wore them once before, and I bought them last year. But like, you know, like stuff like that, I get like stains on them a lot. Like if you look at them right now, you could probably spot a stain on them. Everything I get new, like I wear it a few times and it gets messed up. There's a few sweaters that I used, like there's a Champion sweater that I got. It's like a regular Champion sweater. That thing's like 2 years old and it doesn't have any stains on it. And then I got a new, older Champion sweater. No, a newer one, and that one's got coffee stains on like everywhere on it. You know, it's funny how some clothes last you forever, and then some you get, and then they're gone in 2 days. You know, like I got so many nice clothes, man. They get stains on them like right away, and then you just can't get them off, and you're stuck with it. You paid for it, and you're like,
Well, you got like a lot of white though, right?
Yeah.
I got a lot of white clothes. You know, like the long sleeve dress shirts. I got every color. I got like every color in the rainbow except pink and purple. But I got a hot pink one, but it's more masculine kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got
a hot pink one.
It's kind of like almost reddish kind of pink, but it's like it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of a weird color. I don't even know the name of it. But and then I got like ties. I got different color ties to match each dress shirt, and then I got every kind of belt. Like if you saw my belt collection, they still got tags on them. They're just chilling.
I used to be that bad, man.
It's really something, man. Like my sweater collection, that's about probably like $3,000-$4,000 right there.
Jesus Christ, man.
I got $100 sweater. It's a Tommy Bahama. How do you say Tommy Bahama? Yeah, that cost me $100, $100 something dollars. And then a lot of my weekday sweaters. A lot of my weekday sweaters, they range from like $40 to $60. You don't see me wearing no like $20 Walmart sweater. I have a couple of Champion sweaters from Walmart, but they're just like hang around the house kind of sweaters.
Yeah, do some painting sweaters.
Yeah, actually, one of them is it's got an R sign. What's the name of that brand?
Rydell or something like that.
Something like it's got an R. That thing's got yellow, green from when I was painting a house. It's just used for painting. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty crazy though. Like the clothing stuff. Like I think about it, you know. But then again, I've been generous too. You know, like I've picked up my nephew a few times throughout the years, and I'll take him shopping and like spend like around $200. Get him like 2 pairs of shoes, some pants, shirts, underwears, boxers, all that kind of stuff. You know.
Get them all set up.
Get them all set up for like half a year maybe.
Damn.
You know.
So
But I can't do that all the time, of course. What's that?
So when you go out, when you hit these places, these casinos and stuff, are you got a tie on, or you look like you got you're on vacationer, or
Sometimes when I go, once in a blue moon, when I go to the chairman dinners, I'll wear a tie. But I don't usually. What I do is I wear a nice dress shirt, and I just have it unbuttoned a little bit from like that. So I have it unbuttoned 2 times. So it's just kind of.
So it's classy but relaxed,
More
kind of thing.
relaxed.
Yeah.
And I don't have to dress up either. Sometimes there's been probably like 2 times I went to chairman dinners looking kind of scrubby, maybe just some regular jeans and a regular sweater kind of thing. But usually I'll have a dress shirt maybe. Now it's just they don't have to iron them. They're just pull them right out the closet and they're ready to wear. And
So you look sharp when you're out there hitting the casinos.
sometimes I'll dress up and I'll go out to the casinos, but like sometimes I just kind of wear regular clothes. You know.
Now, do you get more like? I'll put it like this, man. It always seemed to me that when you went to casinos or like the gambling boats, the more wealthy you looked, the more service you got. And to me, like that's always seemed to be the thing because I went on a Sterling Casino cruise one time and I had to set shorts on, and I sat down at a slot machine. And I asked like 5 waitresses, "Can I get a drink?" Oh yeah, we'll be right back. They never came back to me, never. Then I go to Biloxi and I put on like nice shirt, man. You know, looked real sharp. Next thing you know, as soon as I walked through the door, "Sir, you need anything? You need anything?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And it's just to me, it seemed like they're only going after the guys who look like they got the money.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
life. That's
sometimes-
life in general.
Yeah, that's kind of like that. That's kind of usually like that. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is, like,
But-
you would think, right? You would think, like, they would just try to serve everybody because you just never know, man. You can have some guy who's like a millionaire walking in, like, he just off the dusty trail looking like a cowboy and shit, and walking right in there and thinking, look at this guy, but you never know. He could hit you off with like $100 tip. Like, if I was a waiter, dude, I'd fucking, boom, I'd be on everybody's
Oh
ass.
yeah. You know, but you gotta also consider, like, if you're gonna be in a casino, you know, 6-7 days a week, you know, the whole year, okay, then, you know, looking presentable is always nice, you know what I mean? There's some guys I know that from North California all the way to here in Florida, to Toronto, Canada, these people, they just wear the same black pair of busted shoes year after year, and they wear a white T-shirt and the same jeans, and they look like they did a bird bath in the bathroom. Maybe you get a lot of those kind of guys.
The horse bath, just wet wipes.
But is that, are they just getting off the image? Is there a reason for that, or just that's just how they are?
Some of the people, they're in a big place, and they kind of don't care how they
They just don't give a
look.
fuck, man.
You know, and then some people, that's just how they are. They're just, you know, not much dress class kind of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, just like it seemed like to me, man. Like if I was a professional gambler, I'd want to look the part. But maybe they're thinking the reverse. Maybe they're thinking if they come in casual, people will like sleep on them and they won't know they're really good at it. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, in casinos, everyone always kind of likes to look glimmery and glamoury. Or some people, most people, some people like to look sharp. You know, they like to look good. You know, like when they go out with their girlfriends to the casino, they're all dressed up in their best outfit, and their girls all dressed up and, you know, looking good. So I mean, everybody, you know. But like I said, if you're gonna be in the casino a lot, you know, how you dress is up to you, really. Some places they actually do have dress standards. That's true. Some places, if you're just kind of something too out of shape, they might just tell you, you know, it's unpresentable, kind of, you know. But you get a lot of people. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of people though that like, yeah, they'll hang around the casinos and you usually see them wearing the same kind of clothes. But you see, my thing is, I've been a chairman for a pretty long time. And in the chairman, most of the people that you're hanging around with are millionaires, or almost there. And it kind of makes sense to dress where you're fitting in at. You know what I mean?
You fit the environment, kind of thing. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hang out in the chairman's lounge wearing some Uptowns and, you know, a pair of long sleeve shorts that go down to my ankle, or whatever, and, you know, wearing some shirt that says, you know, just do it or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
No fear.
No fear.
You can't read this. No fear.
But
No, but yeah, dude, it's just that environment thing, man.
Right.
Dude, from young age, when I was 15, dude, I was buying fucking straight up fucking 5-piece suits. You get dressed up to the nines, boo. You go into a club or a casino. They don't card you. You fit the part.
yeah.
You just walk right the fuck in.
That's
None of
one
that
thing
shit.
I used to do. Like my cousin, like when I was younger, my cousin, he wanted like a go out partner. You know what I mean? On the weekends, and I wasn't really old enough, so sometimes I actually snuck in with him. This is when I was like a teenager, and it was all just because I dressed and I kind of grew out the hair and the face a little bit. But I looked sharp. I had a nice dress shirt. I had a nice, you know, pair of pants. Shoes looked decent, you know.
Yeah, you look the part. Look like you're supposed to be there, right?
Yeah.
That's how I used to. Dude, I only got carded at bars after I turned 21, and I got carded at the same fucking bar I used to go to all the time.
Because that's because you stopped giving a fuck.
Well, no, because I was just walking.
Because you were 20 years.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever. But I was always like, I just went right in. You know, I always had the beard.
Never been carded.
If you walk up there, you just play like
my
it's
younger
like it's
days,
cool.
dude. Yeah, I always, and dude, because I used to DJ and do other shit, and so I always had a fat wad of cash, and I was, I'd blow money on fucking clothes, like fucking alligator fucking snake skin shoes, all that shit.
I got a
You got some alligators? You got alligators?
I don't have any
Yeah,
alligators, but I do got like, I don't know what the name of,
Like a snake or something?
Brunos, or not a Bruno or something.
Rhinos?
I forgot the name of them, but they're real nice, like leather kind of, like a real nice kind of leather on the dress shoes. And those are like in the plastic still. I think I wore them once.
You got all these fucking great things. Still got that.
Alligator
it's
leather
really
is fucking
ridiculous,
cool as
man.
shit though, because it's got the little
It's got the
knots in it
pattern
and shit.
It's got the pattern
Yeah,
and shit.
I got an alligator bag at the house, dude. I'm telling you, man, it's just, yeah. As soon as you start buying the shit and you start looking the part, man, dude, the service you get and all that other shit just goes.
Yeah,
with
I
it.
think that, yeah.
And it's just, you know.
Would you get the best service at when you go out, man? Like actually establish like famous places or like those Indian ran ones, like on reservations?
You talking about the casinos?
Yeah.
You get the upper class status just about at all the casino. Well, all of them, Indian American. But, you know, if like say I decided to like say I decided to go to Las Vegas, right? I'm gonna pick probably a couple casinos that I might hang around casually and then earn status there. But see, when you're on a chase, let's say for example, I'm kind of making this chase up. There's other names for the situation. Say you're creating this kind of chase, and the chase is you want to round up like 1,000 or more in one day. So what you want to do is you check out one casino, you don't see anything really going on, the numbers are all not really in the range you're going to play, and it might take a while, or it's early in the day and business won't start until around 12 or later, or some places, around 5. So what you'll do is you'll hop from one casino to the other. I've never been to Vegas, but I've been to Atlantic City a bunch of times. But for example, I know people that would do this in Vegas if they had to. You hop around, and the major minors, for example, and one of those casinos has a major that's up there, man, and you're there and you got the money and you're kind of right there. Either someone's on it or you're just approaching it and no one's on it and you have the money to try. You don't ever want to really chase a major progressive unless it's at a certain range. If it's of course if it's towards the end of the progressive where it's must win by, then yeah, it might not cost you that much. But if you take the machine on earlier, you can lose a lot of money. It's not worth it. You don't want to go to casinos to give your money away, obviously. You want to try to have some kind of edge to what you're doing, you know what I mean? If you go in a casino without a goal or a plan and you're just like, oh, I'm going to try this game, I'm going to get lucky. Some people do that. I've met people that sat down and one spin on a 20. This just happened actually before I left. Someone sat down on the high limit and they hit $25 one time and they won 100 and I think it was like $120,000 pay line.
Jesus fucking Christ!
They came in, they hit spin, boom, one time pay line, boom. That people that happens to people. This one guy I know, he's how do you say it? He goes around the chairman's lounge and he cleans up the tables after you're done eating.
Like a busboy?
Yeah, he's like that. He can collect dishes too. And then he was telling me I'm gonna go to Vegas. It's a true story too. It sounds kind of fake, but it's true. He approached me and some of the guys, like the bartender in the lounge, and said when he goes to Vegas, he's gonna win enough money that he doesn't have to come back and work for the casino. He actually went to Vegas it was about 2 months ago, and he hit for over $100 and something thousand. Now you don't normally no one can call that kind of luck. You can everyone goes to Las Vegas with the intentions of winning money, of course, but no one calls that kind of luck. He actually got lucky, won $100 and something thousand and had video footage to kind of show everybody. But then at the same time, his girlfriend or wife, I don't know if they're married, but she hit for 10 grand at the same time on some other machine.
Huh.
And then after that, he went to another casino, and I think he won. I think it was like 50,000 or something. I mean, just crazy amount of winning. And I can go to a casino for the rest of my life and possibly never win that. But he actually went out there on a vacation. He got lucky.
For shits and giggles, he got lucky. Yeah.
For shit and giggles. Yeah.
Wow.
And before he started working there, he used to bring his girlfriend in there. He used to dump his paycheck there every week. Then all suddenly he decided he better start working for the casino. So and then when he came back though, after he made that money, he didn't stop working for the casino like he said. That's what I thought was a little funny. But he's obviously still got his busboy job. But he said he took care of business and paid off a house and some other stuff. And
So he's doing the work just to have the work to do. Yeah.
some people just get lucky
Yeah.
like that, man. They just go into a casino and
I was on a cruise.
You know?
Sat down the first machine.
boom.
Boom. $700. I was like, you know what? They're like, you want to cash? I was like, no, just put it on my tab. Fucking drank.
I don't know why.
Drink to the sun.
Yeah,
comes out,
dude,
I know,
that's-
right?
Fucked up.
Server keeps coming around.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like, yes.
yep.
Until she stops coming around because she's like, oh, he's getting hammered over here. They cut you, I know the way they work. They cut you off. If you order in too many rounds too quick, the complimentary drinks. Even as a chairman, when the servers come around, I tell them I want a Labatt Blue. They say you want the tall draft or the bottle. I don't get the draft, the little cup drafts. The little cup drafts goes to select players and the regular card players. Because you're your chairman, they have to give you like the tall glass or a bottle beer or whatever. And I don't really drink, but there's been a few times where I had a couple and I'm like, okay, one's good, all this I feel good, and then I had another one, I'm like, oh man, she's coming back, when's she coming back? And the next, I had like 3, 4, or 5 beers and she just kind of cut me off. That happened like 2 times, but then you're not embarrassed, but then you're coming down from your hotel room the next day and you're like, oh man, that server probably thinks I'm an alcoholic.
I know that feeling.
And,
I've been there.
casual drinking is good, it's okay. I mean, I don't see really nothing too wrong with it as long as, you're responsible and everything,
I've known some bartenders where they've told me when they start cutting people off, they'll just, it's like 80% water and then just a splash or whatever the fuck they were drinking.
They don't know.
Just so that they have that smell. That's it. Just to
I've
cut
seen
the
that,
fuck
yeah.
off, man.
That's some funny stuff. Yeah, they do that. I had a friend. He used to drink. He doesn't drink anymore. And sometimes when he'll get paid, he'll take you to the bar and he'll dump like his whole paycheck sometimes. But it wasn't. It was like not necessarily that he had a drinking problem. He just liked being with his friend and drinking. And it didn't matter if you had any money. He'll drink. He'll let you drink him under the table on his money.
I think we've all done that shit.
Yeah, man.
He'll just keep handing you cherry bombs.
Yeah, you just want to have fun. That's
Every
all.
time you come around the corner, he's like, Jaeger? I'm like, I'll do another cherry bomb.
It's one of those where you can't really turn it down. You're like, fuck it.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, fuck it. He's buying shit. Why not? Yep. Yeah, I used to drink with this one guy, and a guy I used to work with a long time ago, man. And we used to go up to TGI Fridays and drink. And I noticed whenever we go up there, dude, he wouldn't really drink that much, but he'd get like really fucked up, man. Like seriously fucked up. To the point where he just wasn't even making sense. And the one night I caught him, I said, how are you getting so fucked up? And he's like, right here. And he opened up his ashtray and he was smoking weed. I'm like, I can't get you that fucked up, man. There's no fucking way, dude, that you can get that fucked up like that. He's like, no. He's like, that's all it is, I swear. I'm like, nah, dude. Then a couple nights later, we're drinking again. And the fucking bartender's cutting him off because he's telling people that he had a vision that these UFOs would come down from outer space and they would have blonde-haired girls with big fucking tits and they'd fly all over and scoop all the dudes up and suck them off. And he's telling this to everybody in the fucking So like the bartender's like, yeah, I gotta cut your guy off. I'm like, that's fine. What I found out was it wasn't just the alcohol and the weed, dude. He was on like 100 different million fucking pills, dude. And he was lying about that shit. Because what I found out, man, he ended up beating the shit out of his old lady, dude. And yeah, and getting arrested and stuff. And then the truth finally came out. I'm like, damn, that's why he was getting so fucked up. I couldn't figure it out, dude. He only did like 3 or 4 beers, and he'd go out to his truck, smoke, come back in.
My brother was like that, dude. He'd lie about it. I'm like, nah, there's something else.
It's one thing if you're fucked up, but if you're not making any fucking sense, that's when you're like, nah, there's something else there, man. There's something else not there. Yeah.
An alien coming down to scoop up and
Suck dudes
Suck
off. They got
dude.
blonde hair and big boobs.
wow.
He was telling chicks this too. She's like, no, he's like, no, it's for real. Like, I got this vision, man. And UFOs would come down, and then they have like huge tits. He's telling this to chicks.
I've seen that porno.
Yeah, right. I was like, you know what? I'll beat off to that. What the fuck?
What's your take on aliens?
I think about them all the time. When I have the free time to think about them, because usually, you know, your day-to-day life, you're not really meant to spend time thinking about aliens. But it's funny you bring that up, because I
Got a
like,
vision?
Oh god.
you know, there's a lot of stuff about that alien reptile stuff. So it is a pretty big topic. You know what I mean?
Alien reptile.
You know, like how, okay, like for example, supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but supposedly aliens like inhabited this planet, you know, like a million years before, and you know, supposedly they used like dinosaurs. Supposedly they were like aliens, like creation, like they created the dinosaurs, these large reptiles.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I've you know, you read all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That they used the dinosaurs to try to bring the people of what was it, Atlantis. They tried to give them hell and
God fucked up their plan when they threw Lucifer from fucking
all
heavens,
kind
right?
of stuff. Yeah, you ever see about
Yeah.
all kind of weird stuff, man.
Fuck this shit up.
Why? What about you, man? What do you think about them?
Oh Jesus.
Oh man,
You
we'll be
guys
here
are
for
wrong, okay.
hours.
Yeah, he's got a hard on
So
for aliens.
we'll be here for hours.
He's lost sleep. He's lost sleep over it.
Yeah, man. I believe
There's been
it.
days where he calls me, he's like, yo, check this out.
He'll send me a video, send me a text, it'll be a video link. I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. I've been doing
No,
hard.
I believe in aliens.
Yeah,
Well, see, I think we know that, like, for example, the pyramids, they weren't built by us.
No.
You know, they were built by like big people, giants. You know what I mean? But like, as far as in like the technology for so many years back, and on the precision of like the cut stone, limestone blocks and all the other stuff, the gold cap and everything else they used to have, it really makes you kind of think like that technology. You know, it had to come from that knowledge had to be from somewhere else.
Bestowed upon them. Right?
Yeah, because
I do believe. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
do believe that there was life on Mars.
yeah,
There were people living
yeah, I
there.
believe that too.
And supposedly, if you do a little research in it, supposedly the people that lived on Mars were blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah,
And red hair and with green or blue eyes.
Huh.
figured it'd be a bunch of gingers or something.
Huh. Wow. That's different.
Yeah.
But you know, speaking about technology,
Yeah.
what kills me, there's just like, I think there's people in this world that's come across it back in the day. It's just have come across it and just never really outed it. Because there's a painter that came up with this box of magnifying. Like he used to paint these real detailed pictures. I'm like, how the fuck did he get all the detail? And come to find out, he came up with this box that magnified the image and then projected it onto the fucking
Yeah,
wall.
I know what you're talking
what I'm
about.
talking
yeah,
about?
I know exactly. Yeah, it
And
was
he
pretty
would
interesting how he did it.
paint
Yeah,
exactly that image onto the wall
he would trace it. That was the
Yes.
weird part. It put it on. You guys remember onion paper? Onion paper make 5th grade art class.
Yeah,
You could trace over the onion
Oh, yeah,
paper,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, this is basically he was putting it on the wall, and he was standing off, and he was tracing it, and so he could see the image and know exactly where to go on the wall. I was like, Jesus fucking
and it's
Christ!
this little box.
Yeah, you're like, how the fuck did he figure that shit out back
And
in
this
the
is
fucking
not like
Dark Ages?
in the 1900s. This is like way
Right.
like in the age of what, like Leonardo or
Renaissance and all that
all
shit.
that shit. And yes, crazy shit. Like I think people have come across shit.
Yeah. Well, they're saying like Leonardo da Vinci, man. He was like,
That dude went fucking-
he was touched, man. Like,
Yeah.
that there was something there that like that supposedly he had help, you know, building a lot of those inventions and shit that he had. And he was like way
The
fucking.
helicopter, all that.
He was already in the flight back then before the Wright brothers came along and said, "Oh, you know what I mean?" He was already doing it, and it just got fucking lost like in time, man. It's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
It's fucking
Yeah, it is,
wow,
dude.
man.
If you think
Yeah, I
about
used to like. Well, I don't know. I started hearing all that stuff when I got older that he was gay or something. Not to say like
I'm sure they all were.
not to say like what I'm saying is I heard
We were
he
not all
was,
gay.
and I wasn't trying to study some gay person, but I used to watch a lot of his documentary stuff like from the library. There was like a 4 or 5 set video cassette on his life, and I used to watch that actually quite a bit. It was pretty good. Like he learned a lot of stuff when he was a kid from his uncle. Like he cut a lizard, his uncle, and then showed him. He was like a kid, and he showed him like the organs in the lizard, and he basically was breaking down anatomy and all that stuff. So he was able to learn a lot of stuff early, and
But a lot of those cats were ostracized if they knew the shit that they knew.
They were looked at like witchcraft and sorcery.
Yeah.
Is how they came across a lot of the time. I mean, even like if you look at Michelangelo, who didn't want any part in the Sistine Chapel, he was forced to do it. And then that motherfucker was sneaky enough to hide shit in that fucking ceiling. There was like one where like he painted like a bishop's head, and he had some guys behind him back in the day, if you did that, that was flicking you off. If you tuck your thumb underneath your index finger and hold it up, this is how we flick people off now. Well, he painted the bishop at the time, and the bishop was like, "Wow, this is really great," but they never paid attention that the 2 guys in the back were like basically flipping the bishop off until like later down the road. He would have been killed for that back then, And then also
Galileo was in prison, right, for years.
him and there's a couple of guys just because like that's where all that like Freemason, Illuminati, and all that crazy fucking Da Vinci Code shit came around, all that stuff. It was weird, man, because like the church was so fucking embedded, man, and like just kind of ruled the world and said this is what we're gonna do. And then when the Renaissance came along, you gotta remember one thing: Rome was one way before, and then as they became, I guess you could say, more civilized and started accepting like Christianity as like the whole Roman scope,
Catholic Roman.
right? But they still had Roman tendencies, right? Like they still like fucking little boys, fucking like dudes fucking dudes.
Yeah,
so you know what I mean? Like that whole Christianity thing was like almost like the exact opposite of what Rome was already known to do. So that, believe it or not, like in a sense, the sexuality in Rome was like way more open and risque than it is now.
Well, they had whorehouses and shit. Like
Right,
straight
yeah.
up village, like
Giant brothels.
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 You go there, get your dick sucked.
You know what I'm saying? So
Giant orgies.
yeah,
yeah, they used to have huge families.
Who was the guy that would run around in Copernicus? No, not Copernicus. I forget the guy. It starts with a C, but he would run around, and if you wanted
Kepler? Oh no.
something to that effect, and if he wanted your wife, he would take your wife and fucking kill you and your kids.
Oh,
He was ruthless, motherfucker. He was like the most ruthless.
I heard Constantine was ruthless.
Constantine.
He was
yes.
ruthless. wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
He was a
Ruthless,
motherfucker.
dude. I mean, straight up, just ruthless.
Rufus, man, he was Rufus.
And then there was a Suleiman the Magnificent of was it Turkey or whatever. He was kind of ruthless a little bit.
There's some crazy motherfuckers back then. Some of the shit they did, man.
Yeah.
And people just let them get away with it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I believe in Atlantis and all that cool shit.
I'm sure it's down there.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's down there.
So, I mean, they found. Have you ever seen like they find like these giant stones with iron hooks and
Dude,
these roads, and it's like what the fuck, you know?
yeah, I'm telling you, man. There's a lot more going on this planet than we will ever understand. Because it's just changed so much. And
Do you
like,
believe that the government has gone through every square inch of the world?
Nah.
No. Dude,
I don't
only
think so.
20% of the ocean's Earth has been explored.
No, but I mean on land. Just
On
land.
land? Yeah.
Maybe gone through everything.
Satellite
Explored everything.
Satellite images, yeah. I've not
Except for
explored it.
like the obvious places like North Korea and shit like that.
Well, I'm sure.
I wouldn't
explored
say
the fuck out of
everything,
that.
because
I'm
I mean,
sure they
there's parts of the forest that are so thick.
Yeah, I don't think you can really get much through it. Yeah, you gotta.
You can take an image, but you're
Penetration
Especially in
stuff.
South America and
The Congos or Amazon.
Congos,
yeah, they're
Amazon's
still
crazy
on
shit. Yeah.
areas people haven't around.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's really huge too, man. Like you see
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff on the TV, like a lot of the surrounding areas, they're getting put into farmlands and all that. But when you really look at it, it's even after all that farmland and all that other land that they've used for other stuff, there's still such a huge jungle. That jungle, man, just huge.
and they say that there's
You
been
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
civilizations that's come and gone in that jungle, and they'll never find them.
And there's stuff that they're finding to this day that are going through the jungle. They're like, oh, look at this
Giant
animal.
sloth was one of them.
Yeah. It's
What?
just like
A giant
There
sloth.
is a giant sloth? Get the fuck out.
Describe that. What is that?
I thought that was like a dinosaur sloth or some shit that they made up.
No, they were They were trying to find. It was shit. One kind of episode in the Discovery Channel. There's this one guy that goes and looks into all the myths and that.
Right.
They have a skeleton of a giant sloth. So they're saying that if there is one in existence, it's probably in the Amazon.
Amazon. Did they ever find it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they actually found a giant
But they have
sloth.
the skeleton
No.
of the giant sloth. There
What's
is
a
room-
sloth looks like? It's like a slug or something.
No,
A
it's like
sloth is like one big massive bear kind of thing with like long dangly arms.
It's
and
like a
claws
vegan
like
bear.
this big.
Yeah, the sloths, they're pretty ugly, really, man.
Yeah.
They look kind of like a ugly, kind of smaller, kind of monkey-shaped body.
And they move real slow.
Super slow.
But they go like on land and in the water, and they can swim, and then they climb trees, and they'll hang out on trees for hours and just chilling there eating.
And sometimes they'll just sit there and not even fucking move.
No,
Yeah, I don't get that, man.
But there's always
giant-
new stuff
giant,
resurfacing
like-
in the oceans.
like bigger than that. Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how
Oh,
big
check
a
out
normal
this
sloth
creature.
is.
Check out
Sloths,
the
they're
giant
like, what,
octopus.
native. I think they're
It's
native to
real.
South,
Yeah, they
Central,
find- yeah.
South America.
That's what I'm
The
saying, man. A lot
sloths.
of shit, man. A lot of shit out there.
Yeah, dude.
That's all I used to do. I used to, on my free time, I used to go to every library in the city of Rochester, and I used to get all the video knowledge, VHS, DVD. And instead of hanging out with your buddy, blazing 3-4 blunts and doing that kind of stuff, I was sitting back watching the educational tape at least a good number of times before I
We
returned.
call that in my place the poor man's blockbuster.
It's
Go
fun
to the
because,
library to get some movies.
I didn't get like a lot of those like like funny ones with like what's the Adam Sandler, all them kind of funny movies. I would just grab educational stuff that was of interest.
Like
what I mean?
documentaries and stuff.
Do I love
The
documentaries?
documentaries are good. I like documentaries, but I was getting a lot of like just different topic stuff, like everything from like, insects and everything from micro,
Organisms.
all that kind of stuff. Just getting into
The
every
organisms
little
is
things.
trippy shit too.
Studying about the Opium War to the Chernobyl or whatever,
Yeah.
and to everything.
Chernobyl, that's some crazy.
Did you get the History Channel and the animals mating? Were you into watching that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Animals mating? Not really.
He's real into that.
He loves the animal shit.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, nothing like that.
No, I said that to fuck with you.
I know,
See if you
right?
catch it.
I used to get a lot of stuff though. I mean,
That's cool.
You
it's
ever
just-
watch Vice?
I heard of. I think I heard of that. No,
Guys,
I
gotta
haven't
check
seen
that.
it.
It's on YouTube too, man. You go on YouTube, there's a lot more shit on YouTube.
The documentaries.
Vice stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Vice.
Oh, actually, yeah, I've seen some of that. I've seen some.
There's some real quick
That
shit.
shit's
out
fucking bugged out, man. Some of that.
Some of the
there. One on
bugged
North
out.
Korea. That's cool.
That's probably the spookiest fucking one.
One of the bugged out things I seen on YouTube not too long ago was when Suge Knight ran over some guy
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw that shit the other day.
with a Ford with that red
Yeah,
Ford
red
truck.
Ford, yeah.
Man,
What a
the way,
motherfucker, right?
the way he gunned him, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna kill him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this wasn't even getting his
Yeah,
attention. He's just gonna
holy-
kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking shit.
Ran him over.
Motherfucker can't stay out of trouble, man.
But back to that alien stuff, man. What do you know about it?
Everything.
Everything, man.
He's the foremost expert in this podcast on you.
All right, so you know about shape shifting reptilians and all that.
I heard about that.
You know
They're
about-
more underground. They're more in underground, like underground bases. They keep them there.
They keep them there.
Yeah. Because
Real quick, I knew a guy that was ex-military and he did photography for the military. Swore fucking up and down to his fucking life that those guys existed.
That's spooky.
They probably do.
they probably do.
I mean, he straight face was just like.
Well,
fucking
it's
weird.
more probable that they do exist than they don't.
I listen to the logical side. Like, if you want to. I believe in what he's saying, but then there's other guys who've been in the military and come out. So you kind of you feel both. This guy is on to something, but he may be a little off. But these people have really seen shit. They're just
So you
so
know.
fried.
So you know about the clear people?
The clear people.
They're like supposedly they're you can see through them. They're around. They look like us. They walk, whatever, and they're like ghosts. And you can see like organs in our body, but they don't look like our organs. Kind of, they're like you see veins, kind of like.
Never heard of that
What
one.
the
That's
fuck?
some other shit.
Yeah.
That's some brat shit.
Supposedly, the clear people are the ones that created alien, certain types of aliens.
Well, there's a guy out there. His name is Dr. Greer. Dr. Greer, if you're listening to us, come
Yes,
to our
Dr.
show.
Greer.
Dr. Greer believes that if everybody's one with the universe. So if you do a deep meditation, your mind can go anywhere. Like if you wanted your mind to go to the moon, it could go to the moon. But his way of meditating is just to accept them to come here. So he's got footage of a group of people meditating hard, and then you see ships come in the sky and lights and
So you
Shit.
believe that it is true that back then, the Nicals and the people, the inner circle of Atlantis, those people were actually able to sit down and just think and create things. So like supposedly.
I wouldn't say think and create things. I would say
Like they would use like their energies and their focus in their mind and like a meditation, and whatever they think, they just would make it happen. But they weren't able to like teleport physically and enter like dimensions. You probably saw that stuff.
Right.
no. I believe they meditated and thought, and then got information from other people and built shit to make shit. Like I'm with you with the pyramids. We can't find the fucking tools. Where are the tools that they made that?
But then again, that those pyramids, it could be possible that like those Nicals, they used their mind and lifted objects into such perfect shape. Is that what you're saying?
Now, when I say use your mind, I'm meaning like they can. I'm meaning
Telepathy.
yeah, and that you can. What's that other word, man? That you can
Remote viewing.
remote viewing. That's what I think they did. And when I say remote viewing, they were here, but their mind was somewhere else. And they were able to see shit. There's a guy that worked for the government that actually they gave
Montgomery.
they gave him coordinates to the moon, and those people on the moon could see him, even though he wasn't, because they were so ahead. There's a lot of shit like that out there, man. There's, I mean, we could go far back. We could go to the Nazis. They had some shit.
So do you know anything about the pro-humans?
The pro-humans.
Yeah, they're like the perfect hybrid. They're half human.
Oh yeah. I
half
believe.
human.
I
and
believe-
half reptile.
Well, see, the thing about the reptile thing is everything I get on reptile, because I was into that, is that they're just underground. That's all I hear. That they're underground, and I hear evil shit. That they like kids. They like flesh. Shit like that.
Well, something like that. I heard
There's a
they-
guy in jail. He was like a fucking general, and he talks about dealing with them all the time. That's some. What was those?
Jim Mars, you mean?
No, Jim Mars talks about population control and alien agenda and shit. And that's another guy that thinks that aliens have control of us and shit like that. Which I'm almost there, because how does one family own everything?
Well, it's 13 families.
Yeah.
And how do they own it all? Because, well, that's a pretty deep topic. But my belief on it is as it is.
Someone gave it to him.
Supposedly, okay.
Well, you're always gonna have greed and wealth. You know what
Well-
I'm saying? So it's kind of like to the same people who those 13, let's say, I had those 13. You trace them back. It's the same family that owned everything from day one.
Which is weird.
Sometimes when you're on top, you stay on top.
Yeah, dude.
Wealth
Like
creates
these-
wealth.
Like, what
yeah.
bucks me out is Berkshire and Hathaway. Wolfgang Puck, that motherfucker owns almost everything in the United States. Look at what he owns, because he's part of Berkshire and Hathaway.
It's like the Walmart family.
That's fucking crazy.
And people don't realize, like the Bush family. They think, oh, they're just dude. trace the lineal on that family.
Yeah,
They
the
go
Prescott Bush.
way back.
The Prescott Bush, the Bush Senior's father, supposedly he funded the whole, like he had, his money was able to help generate and fund the whole Nazi.
They've been involved in oil overseas since day one. If you trace the lineage on that.
And their
Crazy.
families, yeah, supposedly they go back to the Samaritans. Now, see if you
Samaritans.
go back. Now, if
You know about Samaritans.
I
Oh,
love-
look
Now,
at that.
if you go back to the Samaritans, supposedly these people were blonde hair and blue eyes. But when you look on the books and all that stuff, they look like native kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly they had blonde hair and blue eyes, and they were really, they were called, before that, they were called the,
Palladians.
Medusas or something like that. It's basically they were the people from Mars. They were the people, the alien. They were the alien race basically of Mars.
The original Sky people, you mean?
That they were able to perfect becoming pro-humans in Samaria. That they were able to take the average man, the real, not an average man, but they were actually able to take and create, you know, like they say, let us make God in our image. Like that's kind of what they were doing. They were creating the perfect human, which was half reptile and half human. But you don't see the reptile. You know, they have to be able to survive in the world today, appearing as humans.
NFL players, basketball players.
Well,
Superhumans.
Motherfuckers can jump forever, right? They can jump out of gym. Look,
yeah. There was life on Venus. There was life on Mars, and there was a planet called
Planet X.
damn, I forgot the name of it. I
Starts
just
with
had
an
it on
S?
top of my tongue. It's what made the asteroid belt, and they got it. Well, that's a pretty deep.
Yeah,
long
they said
story.
it was a planet, but then when it exploded,
Yeah, it
it
created
just-
the asteroid belt.
that's actually used to be a planet, is what they're saying. Our asteroid belt.
And
It's fucking big. Too.
supposedly, that's how a lot of the aliens were traveling. They were purposely using the asteroid belts that were heading towards and kind of fixed direction to the Earth.
So you know, some cat didn't just say, you know what, to protect this universe, I'm gonna explode this planet, create that belt that protects this side of town.
Well, it's
Think
all
about it
the
that
center. Well, I don't know. There could have been a purpose to it, but also
There's a purpose to everything.
the other theory was that some alien fucking nation came in and said, "Ah, fuck this planet," and blew it up just because it didn't like what was going on, as if we were an experiment of some sort of this they didn't like, you know. That was the
Like that's why they got
There's-
rid of the dinosaurs or some shit.
yeah. They said, you know what, fuck these lizards, man. We gotta, you know,
Take them out.
yeah. So they dropped a nuke.
There's definitely 13 families that are running everything in our entire existence. And then underneath them is what they call the Committee of 300. And these are like people like, you know, like the Kennedys, the Prescott Bush, and, you know, a whole bunch of other people that, you know, they try to make their way to the top of the pyramid, really, through these political powers some of them try to achieve. But also, like, as far as in, like, supposedly they'll keep their normal shape and appear as humans like us because of certain sacrifices and rituals that involve, like, blood and the hormones of human beings to maintain the human state that they're in, that they would actually need these kind of... Like, you ever hear of those private little... like in the redwoods or something in California, where they have like all those presidents went and they have like these rituals. and all this stuff. Okay, well, supposedly, you know, did you ever hear about like just people getting up and disappearing, and it has nothing, like just huge amounts of people, But then some of those people, you don't really know if they're just getting picked up by some street person or getting killed and ditched somewhere. Some of these people, you don't really know where they're getting taken from and then using as a sacrifice or something. Kids, young kids too, young people. Like priests, you always hear about that stuff with them and doing stuff with kids. Well, maybe part of that stuff is part sacrifice.
As a ritual is what you're saying.
Some of it. You know what I mean, it goes back, way back. You know what I mean? The people were hiding, and the people were basically not hiding. They were migrating north from areas of like Samaritans, and they were basically, they have the knowledge on how to control a whole lot of people. And money is definitely one of the main ways that the 13 family, they own and they have everything, traces back to these 13 families. You know? And the Committee of 300, they basically are like the you know, you got 13 families, and then you got 300 people, all with that are all part of the reptilian race and all this stuff, but they're all trying to basically, they all have a purpose in life and they know it. Like the Bush, you ever look at George Bush Jr. and say, man, his life is so fixed. He was a coke addict, he was partying, he was this and that, and boom, his dad said, I want you to be president, and now it's your turn, and no, that was my turn, and this and that, because it's all organized.
It's fixed.
It's all, and they use the media to help shift and shape the minds of people, because it's once you control the minds of people, then you can control. You gotta imagine, you got 13 people and like 6, 8, 9 billion people of us. How do these people control all these people around the world? Through these methods.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know who sees through that bullshit? Bernie Sanders. Because that's a motherfucker that's like, fuck
Oh, you
all
know what?
these billionaires.
Like, you ever notice, like Bernie Sanders, he was that black comedian?
No.
No.
Oh, you're thinking of Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac,
Yeah,
okay. Like, did you ever think, like, a lot of, like, African American celebrities, they kind of get dogged down once they're on top? Like, the only one I haven't really gotten dogged down is, like, Eddie Murphy. Like, look at OJ, look at all these other people, you know?
Oh, Murphy's got dogged down now.
Well, the
Has he?
transvestite. The
I never know.
transvestite.
I never really looked it up or
But
anything.
we live in a society where we like to build people up, and then once they're up
Tear
there,
'em
we
down.
just
They're
tear
down,
'em the
yeah.
fuck down. And that doesn't matter what race. I mean, it's just everybody. It's like we like to build them up, tear them down.
Or
But
shoot
you
them.
notice, like, a lot of like famous celebrities, they always get attacked for something. Like those NFL players in the nightclub, and some girl, and some shooting, or he had a gun, or he was smoking weed, or they got busted. Or you know, a lot of them kind of get in trouble, or I don't know what it is, but they always kind of find a way to catch him on stuff. You know, I think they really don't. I think they don't really cut a lot of these people that are trying to just be famous and be their lives, and you know, they're all like the paparazzi, for example. They're all up in people's shit. You know what I mean? They're always following you around. Those famous people.
If you look around Hollywood,
You know what I mean?
talk about a fucking cult. Everybody in Hollywood is related to everybody. Believe it or not. Some form or fashion, they all connect. You know, you start looking, oh, well, this one's related to this guy, and this guy's related to, you know, such and such Tom Cruise, and that's Tom Cruise's cousin. It's all inner circle. It all stays right there, man. All of it.
Wow.
You know, the same thing with these billionaires and shit like the Walmart family. You know, dude, they just
They keep that money close, man.
Yeah.
They got like strong money grip.
yes,
You know what I mean?
and they form their kids to be a particular type of person.
Like I said, man,
They don't
money,
go to normal
money
schools
creates
like
money.
we do. They don't, you know, they have the elite teachers, and they're molded and beaten and to that, you know.
There's a huge separation between the top and the bottom. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
man.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
always
then-
going to be that way. It's always been that way.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the pyramid, and like for supposedly it was like covered in a capstone of gold, like the top of it
Yeah.
was covered in gold, and then the the bottom part, it's like all the same kind of thing. But see that's like the eye of the pyramid. You know, it's very symbolic and everything, and it kind of goes back and damn, someone's blowing my phone up. But no, the eye of the pyramid, like you know, it's on the dollar bill too. You see it on the dollar
Right.
bill, and what the fuck?
Yeah, I think all that shit means something.
Well, yeah, that pyramid shit is crazy because there was the gold top, and then they used to have marble all over the sides. And they said that if you were coming from the east and the sun was hitting it, it would be so blinding you would be like, wow, they really
So
want.
east from where? From space?
No.
No, but I'm not just thinking about it.
No, yeah.
Is it going to reflect such an image that?
That supposedly is lined up with what's the astronomical sign it's lined up with? Sirius. So like the pyramids where they're placed lines up exactly with. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Sirius, like the constellation. The problem is Egypt's been built over and over again. So when they dig, like they said, if you want to see old Egypt, you just dig down,
Dig down.
right? And the walls, the gold was taken by bandits, but a lot of the old marble that used to be on those pyramids is inside Egypt now, and they're another wall that goes to some
Right,
other
right.
building. You know what I mean? Some bodega.
It's just
Well,
it's
hey.
fascinating stuff.
And then
Fascinating.
what always trips me out is nothing against the Jews, but it's just like these guys from day one have been set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well-
from day one.
Yeah, I guess it's your mindset because they always felt to be the chosen ones,
Right.
and maybe they just told each other that, and somehow that spreads wealth and
Yeah, but have you ever met a broke Christian? Like,
no, never.
dude, they run it damn near everything. Yeah. That shit trips me out.
Yeah, but like you know, I actually I'll tell you guys a story. I met someone that I consider she may not shapeshift, but see the ones supposedly the pro humans that shapeshift, supposedly these people they have it's a concentration of the blood. Okay, what it is okay, it's like keeping the blood kind of tight situation. They have a high form of copper, so when the blood oxidizes, it turns green or blue. Whereas us, when we bleed, it turns red or brown because we have a high concentration of iron in our blood. Also, the people from Mars, supposedly they have a 24-hour, 26-hour biorhythm, whereas the people on Earth, okay, have a 24-hour biorhythm, and on Earth it's 24 hours to a day, but in Mars it's 26 hours to a day. So somehow that's kind of connected, you know what I mean, if you think about it like that. But there's so many things like he was saying, Egypt was built over and over and over. Yeah, you know, like when you look at the statue of the Sphinx and the lion head and whatever, that's way before the pyramids were built.
They were saying that was actually a dog head at one time.
And supposedly, when you look at the photos of the Sumerian, the cities, and especially those real glamorous areas, you see what do you see on the sides of the steps? You see lions.
Yeah.
And there's a big thing about that. I just so happened to I bought a lion ring, with 2 diamonds on it. It cost, the guy wanted $700 at the mall, I gave him $600. I thought it was kind of fair. But anyways, it is a nice ring, it's kind of heavy. And not long after I got that ring, I mean it's something weird about the lion stuff. But after I got that ring, this woman that had been chasing me for about 2 years, she somehow found her way into my life, and she convinced me we were meant to be, and that our dads had brought us together, like they passed away. She was like, you know, she convinced me that my dad and her dad, we were meant to be, and all this stuff, and how we were so perfect for each other. And she made me completely believe that she was something like you guys would never ever imagine kind of broad. Like, for example, okay, supposedly she like inherited a shitload of money, like, you know, some millions, you know, around 10 million, so, supposedly. But then, while we're hanging out, I wasn't interested in her for money. we were going out, and then is when I started finding out like she had money, because she'll spend like 4 or 5 grand in 1 hour, and then, you know, she'll go and pull out like 2 more thousand and spend that right away, and you know she'll blow like 6-7 thousand sometimes right in front of you in like a couple hours, and you know, and this is every weekend, you know, and you've been watching her do that, you know, for forever, but it's like she felt like what's that when you're on top of the, like when you're better than everybody?
Untouchable or just invincible?
She felt untouchable. She portrayed herself as she is the shit of the shit. Like there's nothing, no other woman, nothing. You know what I mean? Or nothing. But see, what I learned was she was like in I think it's called androgynous, people without like feelings or emotions. She was. See, in the beginning though, she made me believe like she was very loving, all this stuff. But then I found out she had like absolutely no feelings at all, and that she also had like 7 different personalities.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she also had like 8 different Facebook accounts and like.
What the fuck?
And been married like 5 or 6 times.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how I got involved with that, but she told me after I met her 1 year.
Wow.
I met her, and then about a year later, she said she was throwing me signs, whatever. But throughout that year, but then later on in that 1 year, she told me that I stopped in the border of Canada on a Sunday. I'd make my normal routine runs before I go home, and that money I would make a straight donation to the, and just leave that on the counter. Here you go. You know what I mean? And she told me one day, she said, "I'm gonna marry you." She said, "I'm gonna marry you someday," and I was like, "What?" I kind of found her hot. You know what I mean? I always did. And, you know, it just seemed really strange. You know what I mean? Like, she had that kind of idea for me. So I kind of blushed it off. I went back to, went back to work basically, you can say, for the next 2-3 days, forgot about it. Then later on in the fall, or the winter time, she knew where I was at, and she made her way to where I was. And this is like a half a year later. I stopped going over, you know, because the weather was bad. I stopped traveling towards the border because it was just, the weather wasn't good. And I just stayed in my hotel, and she would risk the weather during like crazy storms, and it's like, you know, real icy out, and she's driving and coming out there like to see me, you know what I mean? I come down I'm cleaning out a Progressive, and all of a sudden she comes whipping around the corner, you know, looking for me and all this stuff, you know what I mean? And she could be very seductive, and she can get probably any guy if she really wanted to, kind of thing, you know, just using her mind. But when it came to like actual feelings for anything or anybody, the N-word was her favorite word, man. All day long, morning to dinner.
Wow.
But then she wasn't really like that in the beginning. Like, she just kind of changed.
She showed you a different personality.
A complete, and what they call, I think it's androgynous or whatever, person. One with no
The
feelings.
real
no
question was,
emotions.
she an alien?
I think she was.
Fucking succubus.
I think she was a relative of the. I think her ancestors were the Samaritans, and that her ancestors from there were the ones from the people from.
Did
Mars.
you ever see anything weird?
I never seen her shape. Oh yeah, I seen two. I didn't see like actual shape shift, but 2 times like she completely like went from like one state to like a complete, like you saw her face like transform, like
What?
just furious. And like one time we were kissing by the hotel, and there's an old couple coming in the elevator. Get a room. She fucking turned around and she got in the old lady's face. We got a room, bitch, and I'll fucking whoop your ass and all this stuff. And then just the day before that, we're in the chairman's lounge, and you know, we're dressed up, and you know, we're dealing with, you know, we're being classy. You know, so yeah, she's you know what I mean, she also supposedly had been to jail like 6-7 times for fucking fighting people or something.
Jesus Christ.
I think once you get to that wealth, that level of wealth where it's just
You can buy your way out of any problem.
you have enough to just fucking do what You live in a different world at that
But
point.
nobody.
Your
Yeah,
reality,
you're right.
your
It's true.
reality is
It's
whatever
right.
the fuck you want it to be.
When you're wealthy like that, yes, you can do whatever and just do.
Yeah, dude.
But for some reason though, like it wasn't my job. I don't personally. I don't care about no one. Like if I'm dating a girl and she has wealth, however she got it, I don't care, man. That's she got wealth.
That's her money,
She
yeah.
got lucky. In life she was a little wealthy. Some people aren't lucky. But like I never questioned her about her shit or nothing. But she always had crazy money to throw away. I mean, crazy money to throw away. And I just, like, she had like a $60,000 car from Nashville and all kind of crazy stuff. And I just, I honestly believe that she was, her ancestors are like the ancestors of the Bush family and everything, which would be the pro-humans of Samaritan.
God damn.
Dude, you didn't really check out like the Hollywood lineage because it really connects a lot of these motherfuckers to like billionaires.
Yeah, you're right. He's right though.
Dude, yeah, you check it out and then you're like, holy shit. Yeah. That's like, fuck.
God damn, man. That's a fucking
Yeah,
mind
they're
fuck.
like,
But
they
nah,
say
dude.
that
Yeah.
like, what is it, like Angelina Jolie is related to this person, that person that's related to Obama. No shit. So that whole,
6 degrees of separation.
pretty much, dude.
Wow.
And it's close. It's not like 30 people deep. No, it's a couple hops and.
We're related to the peasants.
No, I'm definitely a peasant.
Now it's funny what he said about like where where he's talking about where the chick would look at somebody and they'd just like freak out. Not saying that. I've been pissed off to a point where all I do is look at somebody. Even my wife has pointed out, and she was like, "I don't know what the fuck it is, but you just look at them and they back the fuck up, like they just don't fuck with it."
Huh.
And I'm like, "What do I?" She goes, "I don't know what it is."
That's weird, man.
And I've been in situations where I'll just
Maybe you just got that look. Remember she said she was scared of you at first?
yeah,
Maybe it's that look. His wife.
yeah,
She said that she was terrified of it.
yeah. No, she wasn't bullshit.
Maybe it's just a look that you give that you don't know you're
Yeah.
giving it.
I don't know. And yeah, and people just would not like. It wasn't like I would make it meet. It was just like I would just stare at them a certain way, and they would just like back the fuck up.
It's funny, man. I guess my brother looks like an asshole because people always flip him off and yell at him and shit in his driveway. He's like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it's like I've had a lot of people tell me like, "Yeah, you dude, this is something about you, man." It's just. And what's funny is she'll make jokes because it's like I have a horrible problem with electronics. Like I've had shit short out. It's like there's this level of
Frustration.
no, it's just electricity or force or whatever you may call it, right? That I will fuck shit up. And my brother-in-law will attest to it. And he's like, dude, you'll come near shit or walk by shit and shit will fuck up as you're walking by.
I got a buddy who
And not to be tripping out, but dude, I've been in moods where I've been so enraged. I've never told anybody this, but I've been so enraged. I'm walking, and I feel and I see the grass moving. No shit, dude. Where it's just like fucking needed.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, dude. No,
Love
something.
for.
Yeah, and you just feel it. You just, yeah. But my brother-in-law will tell you, he goes, dude, there's times like you've been so enraged where it's like you'll walk by the TV, or the lights will dimmer.
Well, you're probably putting some shit off, man. It's all frequencies of
Dude,
electricity.
we were
anyway.
walking down the street one time. I forget to like a bar or some shit with water, and the street lights were.
Have you checked your ass for a probe yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is
There might be a probe in
Jesus
there.
Christ.
It's like we gotta do it. We gotta
Yeah.
hold him down
Yeah.
and do it like the Matrix when they find the
yeah,
fucking
dude,
spider in the
I've
stomach.
actually
Gonna suck that bitch.
seen, like, no shit. It wigged me out because it was just like the grass. You could just get leaned down. No shit.
That was crazy.
Because I could get fucking mad, dude. Like next level shit. I can be super cool, but at the same time, I can that total opposite.
Just go off the handle on.
Dude, my brother was the same way. Still is. I've seen that motherfucker get so enraged, like this, instantly, and pick up a whole fucking couch and toss it like it was nobody's business. And this dude's smaller than me. Like, you know.
It's that angry strength.
Oh.
Yeah, I watched a guy throw a generator one time. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't really that big of a guy. He just was fucking pissed and picked it up and fucking threw it. I'm like, I've never seen anybody throw a fucking generator besides the Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And that bitch skipped and rolled too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Anyway, guess we'll bring this one to a close. Guys, sit tight.
Yeah. Sit tight, sit
Yeah.
tight.
We'll be right back after these words.
Fuck your mom.
Yeah, if you guys have like, more questions, man, just go ahead and ask them. He looks like he's got a couple of questions. You can ask him all you want.
Don't you